Hey you guys, Desmond's here.
And Creature.
And welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss Canada's Drag Race Season 5, Episode 6, the Snatch Game.
Or whatever this was.
But before we get into it, just want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers and we'd love to reach it as soon as possible. To help us achieve it, you gotta hit the button. Hit it. We'll wait. Trust me, we got plenty of time. We'll wait. So, Miss LaCresha, what did you think of this episode of Canada's Drag Race?
It was a travesty to watch on my birthday.
Oh, you watched it yesterday.
Like, you see, I was begging, do we have to do this one? Like, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
I feel like the episode was fine. It was just the Snatch Game was so bad. So, and the mini challenge, if we want to be honest.
All of it was bad.
But honey, let's go ahead and get into this gig and we'll talk about it. So we start. So we start off after Jaylene's elimination. They come.
Jayleen.
Yes, Jayleen. So they read her message. Xana wiped it away. They sit down and congratulate Michaela.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop. So it is now the next day in the workroom. They come in. They're sitting down. Xana is being Xana again.
Xana was Xanaing all damn day long. It was annoying and obnoxious. Oh my god, what the F?
So the alarm goes off. RuPaul gives the room out for this week, and I don't know what's going on with RuPaul here lately, but I guess they're running out of fun little pips to say, because here lately, it's been straight up, oh, you ready for this Snatch? I'm like, oh, Lord, we're doing the Snatch Game, which we already knew. But I've noticed a lot of RuPaul's room mails are getting flat up like, yeah, we're finna do the Snatch Game. Yeah, we're finna do a girl group. We're finna have the ball. But I get it.
I think she was just over it by that time because they all were probably recorded in the same day.
Oh, in the same day. You can't tell me they weren't. So, Brooklyn comes in and announces that for the reading challenge, the library will be officially open. Because reading is what?
Fundamental, but it was not fun to watch.
Thank God for Helena. She was the only one. And they saved her for last. Thank you, editors. Because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, everybody got maybe a little chuckle like, okay, ha. But Helena, she got a legit laugh out of me. I'm like, whew, so glad you were here. To the point where Brooklyn was like, yeah, only one of you was a page burner or whatever pun she was making. And everybody said Helena's name. They were like, yes, we know. But right. Canada?
Acknowledged it.
Canada, I'm going to need y'all to get it together. Another mini challenge, another reading challenge that was not good. Like, come on, Canada. I know y'all supposed to be nice up there, but y'all know how to read. We watched the season. Y'all know how to read. But y'all like me. I can read, but then you tell me to do it, and I'm like, LaCresha, you're old. Yeah, ha, old. But off the spot, I'm good. But now you're putting me right there. But like, okay, read the girls. Okay, I'm gonna be like Raja on All Star 7. Find a letter that humiliates everybody and just spell out BOOGERS boogers. Be like, there we go. I'm done. Ha, we're finished. So
ULY, you really do need an alibi.
For real, do. So Brooklyn then announced that it's time for the Snatch Game. Now let's go ahead and get into it. We have our celebrity What's a celebrity?
Do I need to call 911? Are you having a stroke?
No, I'm good right now. But a celebrity are Snatchlers. And honestly, we should have known something was up because the wooden beaver was there the whole time.
Mm.
It was there the whole time. So I'm wondering, was this the plan from the jump to do this?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. But we are joined this week by Brad and Tracy. They're going to be playing the game for us. So now let's go ahead and get into these Snatch Game impersonations. Up first, we have Helena Poison as Jennifer Tilly. I'll go first. She had the voice down.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a few jokes. But like Brooklyn said, just very disappointed altogether with this group.
Because it was extremely one note.
Very one note. And like, I'm not a big fan of the Chucky franchise. So I'm not sure what Brooklyn was trying to pull out of her with that Valentine joke. But I feel like it flew over her head. I'm like, whatever it was.
I think because people only know Jennifer Tilly for the Chucky series, but Jennifer Tilly is a seasoned actress. She's been in lots of movies. And
yes. I'm aware, but it was just like, I feel like that was supposed to be but it just went right over Helena's head, whatever joke Brooklyn was hoping she was going to make. But what did you think of Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah, it was extremely lacking. And like I said, one note.
Better than others. I will say that. Better than others. Speaking of better than others, Oprah, betrayed by our girl, Michaela Couture.
I want to know what producer said, yeah, do Oprah. Because you knew better. You knew you should have went with your first pick. You knew you should have went with your first pick. Now, could you have made Oprah funny? You really could have.
Honestly, to me, I feel like Oprah is one of those characters. But then again, you gotta look at Michaela's age, and I hate to throw age in there, but we grew up in the generations that Oprah was on TV every day.
Right.
You came home and you watched Oprah.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna run on.
Look, because the thing is Michaela came in when Oprah had retired. Like, that's how long ago Oprah retired.
Yeah.
And so the biggest meme that came from that was like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. And that's all people know, except for the caricature that is Oprah now of poised woman. But I remember Oprah when she was doing, I got the fluffy wings. You see this? I got this. And I'm like, oh, God.
Baby, I remember when she let that man jump all over her couch.
Oh, gosh, yes. I'm so in love. And look at them all now.
Listen, it couldn't have been me. I'm like, if you don't sit your ass down, why are you jumping on my couch?
My white couch.
My white couch with your dirty shoes. I don't care if you're Mr. Cruz. I do not care.
I don't care if this is just set dressing and I don't have to pay for it.
It's a respect thing for me. And you completely disrespected my space. But yeah, I think it's more of an age thing. I don't think she knew enough references from Oprah.
Yep, because there were a lot of things she could have did. Because Oprah didn't just do that sing-songy thing for just you got a car. She was Oprah Winfrey. She'd be like, oh my god, it's Tina Turner. Look, I was with Oprah when she used to do like hard-hitting stuff. Like when Oprah used to be the Black Sally Jesse Raphael.
Listen, I was with Oprah when she was big. I was with Oprah when she got small. And I was with Oprah when she got big again.
I remember when
I was there through all of it.
Was purple.
My thing is, you could have made a Color Purple reference, a Harpo reference, like there's so much you could pull from Oprah, and it just felt really flat, and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, you can tell she's trying, but it's just not clicking.
And like Brooklyn was working quadruple time, trying to pull stuff out of these people. Like, oh my goodness. I'm like, you could have been like, I know Phil Donahue was on top because it used to be Phil Donahue, Oprah Winfrey, Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Remember that block. That was your second sick block. Your first sick block was Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and All My Children.
And see, it was different here in Texas because all those didn't start airing until around the afternoon. Because we would get the talk, not the talk. What's the other one? The View. We would get the View. It would run into the stories. Once the stories was over, we got into Maury and Jerry Springer. That was my generation when Maury started coming in. Then towards the end of the day, we got the Oprahs, we got the Wendy Williams, we got the those type of programs. But yeah, this was.
But you forget, I grew up in California. And California is hours ahead timeline.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, for you. But for us here in Texas, it's a little different. And then also it depends on where you are in Texas. Because, like, if you're in Houston, you probably could saw Oprah that morning. But if you were in this area that I live in, it wouldn't come on until the afternoon. So it just really depends on the area you were in as well. I'm like, ain't this baby, just play it at the same time.
Oh, time zones are different, so.
So up next, we had Perla, who did Mary-Kate Olsen. I actually didn't mind this.
Either. I mean, I got it because the Olsen twins have made
like she had the characteristic down. She just didn't make it funny.
That part.
Yeah, the impersonation was there. I'm like, that is Mary-Kate Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not funny. Now, what would have been funny is if she would have had like a different wig and kept switching back between Mary-Kate and Ashley. I thought that would have been funny.
She could have switched between Mary-Kate and Ashley. She could have made a bunch of she could have made Billboard Dad references. She could have made Full House references. She could have made, what is it? Double Toil and Trouble references.
But yeah, she had the impersonation down. It just wasn't funny.
Magazine, which I had a copy of their first edition. Of their Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen magazine, and I think it only had 2 editions, and then they stopped. And I was like, dang, that was a collector's item, but I think it got thrown away.
But yeah, so she did fine. Compared to the others, this was great. This was great compared to the others.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, our girl Virgo did Judge Leanne Toller. This was rough.
That was very rough.
It was. And and honestly, I always feel like a judge is probably one of the best characters you can do, because you can just go outlandish with it. And plus, Judge Lynn was known to get feisty at times.
Exactly.
And you could have even made fun of the way Roland Ray came in, Judge Toller. That's her name's Judge Toller. But yeah, this was just
rough.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on to Oh My God being Dee Groening. I've never heard of this person.
Never heard of this person. But it was still one note.
It was very one note. I felt like it could have been funny, but I believe Brad said it during the judging critiques. She had her set bits that she wanted to do, and left no room for improv.
Yeah.
You just knew, make sure I do this, and this. But a lot of times improv don't call for that. Sometimes you be like, yeah, I got this idea. But you don't let that one idea ruin you from, being able to be in the moment.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where the problem with this performance was. What did you think of Oh My God?
like I said, it was again one note. I don't know who this person is, so I didn't quite get the references, and I was just kind of like, okay, that's
Honestly,
kind
this is the first Canadian Snatch game where I knew most of the Snatch game players.
right.
So I was like, okay, okay. Let's move on to Betty Page by Xana. Thank you, Xana. I never thought I'd be saying this. Thank you, Xana. And it's like she wasn't. It's not the fact that she was just like fantastic, top tier. She was just
Right.
funny. She picked a character where nobody knew the voice, and then she came up with this crazy, silly voice. Played this
Okay.
dominatrix ass character,
Rain.
and I was like, well, I'm glad she's here because I enjoyed it.
Funnier.
Say that again.
I said she made it funny
She made it funny. She did. She did.
because it was not funny.
And then Minnie Wang as Chairman Mao. I thought this was good too. Not as good as Xana's, but I'm like, okay, compared to these other people we got here, this was actually a really good job from Minnie Wang.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where things started getting weird. We're saying goodbye. The Snatch game is over. And, typically at the end of Snatch game, they say some random winner. Like, oh, my therapist. Ha 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 ha. But this
Right.
time, Brooke was like, in the winner Snatch game is Xana. And we're like, wait, what? I'm sitting there and I'm like, is she joking? Like, what's going on here? And then she said, you want a cash tip from these people here. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, she really won.
Mm.
What is going? What? Wait, wait.
Confused.
Hold your mule. Hold your mule. What is going on here?
Mm.
Yep, and she picked up the power of the wooden beaver, and I love how Xana stayed in character. Because even Minnie said, "I'm trying to stay in character, but I'm confused at what's going." Because I would have broke character. I would have went like, "What?" I would have immediately went out of character. Like, what do you mean, Brooklyn? Like, for real? Like, I won? Like, what's going on here? But I do have a question, though. I'm going to have to go stalk Xana's Instagram. I need to know what this tattoo is that they're forcing her to cover up every week. Because I've noticed it every week that her shoulders are showing. On both sides, they have band-aids over the face of whoever that is. And I'm like, what copyrighted image is under there that they have to force her to cover it up? So I'm going to have to go stalk her Instagram to see what the tattoo is. Because I know I'm not the only one that's catching that. So she wins the power of the wooden beaver. We'll find out what the power for that is later. But first, let's hit this main stage. Up first, we have our hostess with the mostest, Brooklyn Heights. What did you think of Brooklyn and your score?
You know what? I kind of like this. If she'd have had dark hair, I think I'd have liked it more. But then it would have really been like spot on Betty Page.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually kind of like this, so it gets an A from me.
I don't like this at all.
Ooh.
I liked it when I thought it was a full gown, but when she ripped it off the bottom to start walking, I was like, oh. Yeah, so this is one of the rare moments for me that this was a miss.
Hey.
So I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to say it's a no for me, dog.
Hey.
But I really did not care for this look here. So we're joined this week by Brad and of course Tracy. Our extra special guest judge is Steph Tolev. So the category for this week was Alien Superstar. With I'm too classy for this world. So if you were given the prompt Alien Superstar, what would you have tried to pull together?
Ooh. You know me. I'm unoriginal. I probably would have been like a sparkled up blue blue lady from The Fifth Element.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like literally Alien Superstar. Or I just gave you a straight up Beyonce reference.
For me, I am a big Doctor Who fan, so I would have came dressed as the Doctor. Because the Doctor is an alien. So I would have came dressed as the Doctor. Rue or Brooklyn probably would not have caught the reference, but my people would have known that it was a Doctor Who reference.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I would have done that. So let's get into these looks. Up first, we have Uma God. What did you think of Uma?
I did not like this.
Uh-huh.
So it gets like a D for me.
I do not like this, Sam I Am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
So, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
Okay, good. I can say that too then.
No, you said a D. No, you say how you truly felt. You said a D. You can't change it after I give my score.
I can. I have that right.
No, you don't. Don't have it removed from the record. Matter of fact, I might actually edit this video just to cut out that that sentence right there.
Yeah.
Be like, no.
Cut it out, D. It was a no for me, dog. I did not like this at all.
Oh my goodness. Up next, we have Minnie Wang. A fucking plus. This, I was shocked. I'm like, Minnie? Minnie?
Didn't recognize her.
Girl, is that you under there? I thought this was gorgeous. This gets an A plus for me. What about you?
I agree. It gives an A plus for me too. It's the one I like almost the most.
Up next, we have Michaela Couture. What did you think of Michaela?
She was like, okay, I'm gonna give you, the blue alien, but I'm gonna jazz it up.
Jazz it up.
I like this a lot. And it was funny when she was dancing around later, and it was wicked. Yeah.
And I love how Brooklyn started singing the Fifth Element song. And Brad was like, what is that? And I'm like, now I've never seen Fifth Element, but I've seen that opening scene of that lady singing a song that's supposed to be impossible for a human to sing, which a human has now done. But
well, a human had to sing it in order to do it.
No, it was generated. There was not an actual singer for that. That was generated. Like AI before AI was really a thing. But yeah, what is your score?
This gets an A for me.
This also gets an A for me. I thought this was gorgeous. I really love the silhouette here. The silver and the blue really works well together. Mwah! I love it. Up next is the Virgo Queen. I love this so much. In the heels. Them shoes. My God. My God, my God upon today. So this gets an A minus for me. I really like this. Giving us an alien pop star.
This gets a B from me. I don't like the top. It looks like she just stuffed some stuff up in there and was like, yeah, that's my head. Other than that, yeah, a B.
All right, moving onwards to Xana. What did you think of Xana?
I didn't like this. Something about it just didn't resonate with me. Like, it's very creative. I get that it's supposed to be like alien. You know what threw me off? Because it sounded like they said Sigourney Beaver.
She did.
And not Sigourney Weaver.
Nope, she said Sigourney Beaver.
And I'm like, I don't see Sigourney Beaver in this at all.
I'm like, to me, I think she was making a pun towards the wooden beaver that she won.
Right.
But I'm like, you said Sigourney Beaver, who was a finalist on Dracula, and if they are going to do another Titan season, please call her. Please call her.
I've met this person.
I have too. Lovely gal.
Yeah. Lovely.
Great.
Her doctor was amazing.
Like, I had a really good time meeting her. She was a good time.
That was a direct quote from her because I was like, I'm not gonna lie, your tits are great. And she was like, oh, thank you. My doctor said my doctor is great. I was like, oh God, he's really good because I thought those were natural.
But back to Xana. Well, wait, what's your score? I don't think you gave your score.
This is a C.
For me, this gets an A. I thought this was really fun. I love the creativity. That headpiece, I know that wasn't easy to walk in. I know that headpiece wasn't easy to walk in. But yeah, overall, this gets an A for me. One of my favorite looks that Xana done put on since she been here. Up next is Perla. This gets an A+. I loved every piece of this. Mwah. What did you think?
Yeah. This, I didn't get alien from it, but I did like the look. So it gets an A- for me.
Okay, I got alien, but hey, it is what it is. Up next is Helena fucking Poison. What did you think of Helena?
And why was it an A+?
Woo! If it was anything higher than an A+, an A+++++++++++. A++++++.
Please don't ever freeze frame on this ugly face that I'm making.
My goodness. This was gorgeous. Like, flawless. I'm like, she walked out and I'm like, Helena, the makeup alone, I'm like, my goodness, I didn't know you had that type of skill. Teach me your ways. Like, that was...
That's one thing, is I don't understand how they get the eyeshadow to work the way that it does. Because I can see, I can put eyeshadow primer on, and it don't work like that for me. It's still light and transparent. But I guess I don't build it up the way that they do.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of technique to help, make it pop.
I'm like, and that's why it takes them 3 hours to get their makeup done, and I only get it done in 15 minutes because I don't put that much on.
So, out of all these amazing queens here, who had your favorite look this week?
And why was it Helena?
And why was it Helena? That, I agree. Honorable mention Minnie and Perla, but yeah, Helena, it was that for me. So,
honorable mention Minnie and Michaela.
So, we have the wooden beaver. And after the critiques, Brooklyn announced that how the wooden beaver is going to work is that they're not going to decide who the bottom 3 are this week. They are. So, with Xana being the holder of the wooden beaver, she gets to pick someone to save. That person then gets to pick another person, and then that person gets to save the final person, and then we'll have a bottom 3. I thought from there the judges would then knock it down to a 2. I didn't realize the 3 were going to be all lip syncing until it was happening. I'm like, oh wait, they're all lip syncing. Wait, I thought they were going to save one of them.
Nope.
Like, it's just the other way around. You give us the bottom 3, we'll save one of them, and then the other 2 will lip sync.
Yeah, no, they were like, nope, that's how bad it was.
Honestly, they better be lucky they did it this way, because you know me, I love putting a whole bunch of people in the bottom.
Because the 3 that got saved were the 3 that really needed to be in the bottom.
No? The 3 that were lip syncing, in my opinion, those are the 3 that needed to lip sync. And if it was judged without the wooden beaver, there would have been a 4th one. Because Helena, your outfit was great. It was. But the bottom 3 plus Helena, all 4 of y'all would have been up there. Hello. All y'all would have been up there doing it. Because, no. I would have let Minnie and Perla slide because, their impersonations were okay. But the rest of y'all, no ma'am. But the wooden beaver speaks for itself. So, they go to the workroom, and, Xana has everyone but basically plead their case. Why should I use this wooden beaver on you? So, if you were Xana in this situation, out of these 6 queens that are sitting there, Which one of them would you have saved?
Saved Minnie first.
Okay.
Because to me, Minnie did the second best out of Xana.
For me, I would have done what Xana did and saved Perla. Because Perla saved me. So I wanted to, show that I accepted it with gratitude and show that I appreciate it. So that's the way I would have handled it. Yeah, because, like, say if you would have saved me, and, like, say we didn't know each other, you saved me, and then we're in this situation, I'm like, well, you saved me a few weeks ago. You're going to get this. I just want to, as a thank you, because you could have easily saved somebody else, and I could have went home.
Exactly, and then Jaylene could have still been here.
Yeah. So she decided to give it to Perla. Then Perla decided to give it to Helena. And I'm not shocked by it. A lot of them, the room was shocked by it. And I'm like, yeah, you can make an argument that you could have saved Virgo because she has the best track record up to this point.
Yep.
But you could also look at it, well, for this episode, she did Helena did good, and so did Minnie.
Right.
So you could save one of them based off of this episode. Because you're not sending them home. You're just saving someone. Because I guarantee if it was the judge's decision, it would have been a combination of Michaela, Virgo, Helena, or Uma.
It would have been some combination.
It would have been some combination of those four. So, yeah. I didn't see a problem with it. So Helena had to make her decision on the main stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Uma, we have Minnie, we have Michaela, and we have Virgo. If you were Helena in this situation, which one of these four would you have saved?
Yeah, I would have did what she did and saved Minnie. I mean, personal bias, yes, I love Michaela Couture. And my personal bias would be like, save Michaela.
For me, I would have had a feeling, because we're 6 episodes in, that this beaver will be coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I think I would have took this moment to have somebody with a win go home. So I would have saved Uma. Because kind of like how Xana said about saving Perla, I could beat her down the line. So that would leave Minnie, Michaela, and Virgo. All of them have a win. All of them have been doing good in this competition. That's going to take one of the threats out.
Mm-hmm.
And if Uma gets it together, cool. But she's bombed so much that would she get the crown at the end? Who knows? We've seen it happen before. But yeah, I think I would have saved Uma. I would have had my little competitor's hat on right here. And been like, Uma. But she decided to save Minnie Wang, which left us with a bottom 3 of Uma, Michaela, and Virgo. They lip sync to Hello, which I haven't heard this song in so long. Like, it started playing and I immediately went back to my college days because this came out like 2010, 11, 12-ish. My college times. Like, I remember going to parties and raves and et cetera, and this song would be playing. And yeah, so it was a nice little toot callback, and I'm like, oh my god, put this back on my playlist now. And I was shocked how I knew English, Desmond. I was shocked to see that I still knew the words after all this time. I'm like, what's good to know if it was like an emergency lip sync for my life? I would have been good up there. But yeah, what did you think of this Hello lip sync performed by these 3 wonderful drag queens?
You know, I thought Michaela did pretty good. I was a little iffy on Oh My God. And then Virgo, those shoes are really hard to walk in.
If I was her, I would have tried to do something different. Like, I understand she got the latex. I would have just changed. Completely changed. To be like, just in case I got a lip sync, I'm changing.
Exactly. Like, no, I would have changed. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have changed.
For me, I feel like Michaela shined the brightest in this lip sync.
He did.
Virgo, you could tell she was having difficulties with the shoes, and that's understandable. And Uma wasn't bad. It was just you had Virgo and Michaela over there shutting it down. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And yeah, Michaela to me was like, I wasn't sure if two queens were going to go home here or not. I'm like, are we just saving one? Are we saving two? Like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if it's just one, I would have saved Michaela, but with two, I would have saved Michaela and Virgo, and the judges agreed with that. Decided to save Michaela and the Virgo queen. Do you agree with them two being saved?
Yes.
I do too. Unfortunately, that means, oh my God, my sachet away, but I ain't gonna lie to you. During Untucked, Uma did strike a nerve. The delusion that jumped on Oh My God. I'm like, was she not in the room? Did you not see how bad you did?
No.
I want that level of delusion if I ever step into any competition and I do bad. I don't know what you're talking about. I was great. And I'm just irritated that they told me blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, I need that level of delusion, okay? I need it. I do.
Is in the room.
So, I have a question. Do you see Uma returning for a Versus the World or a All-Stars?
No, I don't think so.
I do, but I see her coming back for like a UK Versus the World because I feel like her humor would be more appreciated in front of RuPaul.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you now, if Uma God gets in front of RuPaul, RuPaul's gonna live. This is RuPaul's jam right here, okay?
Right.
So I can see if there's ever a situation where she's in front of Ru, she will do probably better than how she did in front of Brooke. Kind of like Jimbo. Jimbo did so much better in front of Ru than she did in front of Brooklyn. And she wasn't much different. The only thing she fixed was her makeup.
Right.
She was still very much that drag clown. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work in front of Brooklyn then, but it worked for RuPaul. I can see a very similar thing. I'm not sure if she'll like go on to win, but I can see RuPaul appreciating the humor more.
Yeah.
So she sashayed away, and Brooklyn announced that the Golden Beaver is going into hibernation. We enjoyed you, sis. You kept it real. We had a good time. So they then danced the night away like they didn't just crush that girl's dreams. And we find out next week is a design challenge. And not just any design challenge. It's for Brooklyn. She's going to wear it. That is terrifying.
That is scary.
Because if I make something bad, okay, cool, I'm wearing it. Now if I make something bad and you're wearing it? I don't like that.
I need the mannequin their size.
Oh, I know they were giving her measurements. Like, here you go. Most of y'all probably don't know what to do with them. But here are the measurements. And then Suki Doll comes in to help. And next week is the infamous episode. Is Michaela going to quit? I hope not. I hope not. But baby, she said she was done. And walked out that workroom. Loud enough to where they can hear it. But this set is literally right next to the workroom.
Right.
Because I found out other than the U.S., every other country, the workroom, and then it's the main stage literally next door to it.
Right.
So if there, a lot of times, I believe it might have been Canada, some of the girls from Canada, but like we can hear the judges in there talking. Like we have to be quiet when they're in there deliberating. I'm like, oh, that would hurt my feelings. If I'm sitting there and I just hear them ragging on me, I'm like, baby, look, hand me my iPod, please. Hand me this iPod, because I thought I did really good, but now I'm hearing them, and I'm like, it's just time to say hello. Make sure I get these words down, honey.
Well, now I'm going to go over here to this side of the stage and do this move. Let me stretch so I can do these splits real quick.
I need to know if I can still do it. I'm scared to try. Many years ago, Desmond could do it.
The splits.
Many years ago, I could. I'm scared to see if I still can. But honey, that's all I got. You got anything you want to add?
No.
Well, honey, tell the children where they can follow you, and make sure y'all wish her a happy birthday. Her birthday was on the 28th, which was yesterday. Yeah, this will go up today. So it was yesterday. So make sure you tell her happy birthday in the comments and on all of her social medias. Okay? Now tell the children where they can find you on those social medias.
You can find me at Krisha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Happy New Year.